A tragic incident recently unfolded in the city of Auburn, Alabama. This event has drawn significant attention due to its devastating outcome. The specific location within Auburn has been identified by authorities. The nature of the incident involved severe violence. Details surrounding the initial report have been released. The response from local law enforcement was immediate. The incident involved a family dispute. This dispute escalated rapidly. The disagreement occurred within a private residence. The nature of the initial conflict remains under investigation. Family disputes can sometimes lead to unforeseen consequences. This particular dispute had fatal results. The dispute resulted in the deaths of 3 individuals. These fatalities have deeply impacted the community. The loss of life is a central element of this case. Authorities confirmed the number of deceased shortly after arriving. The identities of the deceased were later released. The circumstances surrounding each death are being examined. The incident took place on June 8th. This date marks the timeline of the initial event. The time of day when the incident occurred has also been noted. Emergency services were dispatched on this specific date. The investigation timeline begins from this point. Subsequent events unfolded following this date. Authorities responded to a shooting. The initial call reported gunfire. Law enforcement and emergency medical services were dispatched. The nature of the emergency was immediately recognized as critical. Responding officers secured the scene. The report of a shooting indicated a violent crime had occurred. The shooting occurred at a residence. The specific address has been publicly disclosed. This home became the center of the police investigation. The incident was contained within this single location. The residence is situated within a residential area of Auburn. Neighbors were alerted by the police presence. Please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Authorities discovered 2 individuals deceased upon arrival. Responding officers made this grim discovery. The scene was assessed for safety before entry. The presence of multiple fatalities was confirmed early in the response. This initial finding set the course for the subsequent investigation. The state of the scene provided initial clues. The deceased were found inside a home. Their bodies were located within different areas of the residence. The interior of the house became a critical crime scene. Forensic teams were called to process the location. The position and condition of the bodies were documented. The layout of the home is relevant to the sequence of events. The deceased were identified as Tracy McDuffie. Her identity was confirmed by authorities. She was one of the individuals found deceased inside the home. Her name was released to the public following notification of next of kin. The community learned of her passing with sadness. Her role in the family structure is significant to the case. Tracy McDuffie was 52 years old. Her age was part of the official identification released by authorities. This detail provides context for her life. Her age is relevant in understanding the family dynamics involved. She was an adult member of the household. Her life was tragically cut short. The second deceased was identified as Brandon McDuffie. He was also found deceased inside the residence. His identity was confirmed alongside Tracy McDuffie. His name was included in the initial reports of the fatalities. His presence at the scene is central to the incident. His role in the events is a key focus of the investigation. Brandon McDuffie was 25 years old. His age was provided in the official reports. This detail establishes his age relative to other family members involved. He was a young adult. His life also ended during this violent event. His age provides context for his relationship dynamics within the family. Brandon was Tracy's son. This familial relationship is critical to understanding the context of the dispute. The incident occurred between family members. The mother-son relationship is a central element of this tragedy. Their connection explains their presence together at the residence. This relationship underscores the personal nature of the violence. The investigation revealed the sequence of events. Police pieced together the timeline based on evidence. Witness statements and forensic findings contributed to this reconstruction. The official police account provides a narrative of what transpired. This sequence is based on preliminary findings. The investigation continues to verify details. The events began with Brandon McDuffie. According to the police account, he initiated the violence. His actions are described as the starting point of the fatal sequence. His role is central to the initial moments of the incident. The police narrative focuses on his alleged actions first. This establishes the beginning of the chain of events. Brandon McDuffie fatally shot his mother, Tracy. This is the initial act of violence described by police. The police report states Brandon was the shooter in this instance. Tracy McDuffie sustained fatal injuries from this shooting. This event occurred inside the residence. This act directly led to one of the fatalities. Tracy's other son, Brent McDuffie, arrived at the scene. He was not present when the initial shooting occurred. His arrival happened after the first fatal act. His presence introduced another party into the unfolding situation. His arrival is a key turning point in the sequence of events. He entered the scene while the situation was still active. Brent McDuffie is 32 years old. His age is relevant to his relationship with his mother and brother. He is older than Brandon McDuffie. His age provides context for his position within the family. He is an adult son of Tracy McDuffie. His age is part of his official identification in the case. Brent allegedly shot Brandon McDuffie. According to the police account, Brent discharged a firearm. This action occurred after Brent's arrival at the residence. The police report indicates Brent was the shooter in this second instance. This shooting involved the two brothers. This act led to the second fatality discovered at the scene. Brandon's death resulted from being shot by Brent. The police investigation concluded this cause of death for Brandon. The fatal injury was inflicted by Brent McDuffie. This finding is based on preliminary evidence and the sequence of events as understood by police. This establishes the direct link between Brent's actions and Brandon's death. Police statement indicates Brandon fired at Brent. This detail is crucial to the police's understanding of the events. According to the report, Brandon discharged his weapon towards Brent. This occurred after Brent arrived at the scene. This alleged action by Brandon is presented as preceding Brent's response. This provides context for the subsequent events. Brent's action of shooting Brandon was prompted by Brandon firing at him. The police narrative links Brent's shooting of Brandon directly to Brandon's alleged actions. The police report suggests Brent was reacting to being shot at. This establishes a cause and effect relationship in the police account. This sequence is central to the legal interpretation of the events. Brent's action is described by police as self-defense. The official police statement characterizes Brent's shooting of Brandon in this manner. This description suggests the police view Brent's actions as a response to an immediate threat. The concept of self-defense is a legal justification for using force. This is a key element of the police's preliminary assessment of Brent's role. The investigation into the incident is ongoing. Authorities continue to gather evidence. Forensic analysis is being conducted. Witness interviews are being reviewed and potentially expanded. The full circumstances are still being examined. The ongoing nature of the investigation means findings are preliminary. The death of Brandon McDuffie will be presented to a grand jury. This is a standard legal procedure in cases involving death. A grand jury will review the evidence related to Brandon's death. They will determine if there is sufficient evidence to warrant criminal charges. This process will evaluate the circumstances surrounding his death. The circumstances surrounding Brent's actions remain unclear. While police described his actions as self-defense, the full legal implications are not yet determined. The specifics of the confrontation between the brothers are under scrutiny. The investigation aims to clarify all aspects of this interaction. The legal interpretation will depend on the complete findings. It is unclear whether Brent will face charges. The decision rests with the grand jury regarding Brandon's death. The self-defense claim will be a central point of consideration. The legal system will evaluate if Brent's actions meet the criteria for self-defense under Alabama law. The outcome of the grand jury proceedings will determine if charges are filed against Brent. The community is grappling with the devastating loss. The triple fatality has sent shockwaves through Auburn. Residents are mourning the lives lost. The incident has highlighted the tragic consequences of family disputes. Support networks within the community are activating. The event has created a sense of collective sorrow. Tracy McDuffie is remembered fondly by family and friends. Those who knew her have shared positive memories. Her character and impact on others are being highlighted. Tributes have been shared publicly and privately. Her life is being celebrated despite the tragic circumstances of her death. Her memory is being cherished by loved ones. A family friend described Tracy as an exceptionally kind individual who will truly be missed. This quote reflects the positive regard in which she was held. The description emphasizes her benevolent nature. The sentiment of loss is clearly expressed. This statement provides insight into her personality from someone who knew her well. Tracy's sister stated there is nothing bad that can be said about her. This strong statement underscores her sister's high opinion of Tracy. It suggests a life lived with integrity and kindness. This quote further reinforces the positive image of Tracy held by her family. It speaks to her character and reputation among those closest to her. The First Baptist Church of Baltimore Street, Incorporated, is involved. This religious institution has a connection to the family. The church community is providing support. Their involvement highlights the role of faith and community in times of tragedy. The church has taken steps to assist the family. Their actions reflect their pastoral responsibilities. Brent McDuffie is a member of this church. His affiliation with the church provides a point of connection for community support. The church is supporting one of its own members during this difficult time. His membership explains the church's specific involvement in the aftermath of the incident. The church community is rallying around him and his family. The church has expressed support for the family. They have publicly acknowledged the tragedy. Their message conveys sympathy and solidarity. The church leadership has communicated their commitment to assisting the family. This support extends beyond emotional comfort. They are likely providing practical assistance as well. The church has requested prayers for Brother Brent McDuffie and the family. This request was made to their congregation and the wider community. It reflects a spiritual response to the tragedy. Prayers are sought for comfort, strength, and healing. The focus is on supporting Brent and the surviving family members through faith. The church plans to hold a celebration of life service. This service is intended to honor the deceased. It will provide a formal setting for remembrance. The service will focus on the lives lived rather than the circumstances of death. This is a traditional way for communities to mourn and celebrate loved ones. The service is for the family members. While open to the community, the primary focus is on supporting the grieving family. It is a time for them to find solace and share memories. The service is tailored to acknowledge the specific losses experienced by the family. It is a moment for collective mourning and support. The service is planned for June 21st. This date has been set for the community gathering. It provides a specific time for people to come together. The date allows for planning and notification. The service will take place approximately 2 weeks after the incident. This timing allows for initial shock to subside while still being timely. The service will offer a space for the community to mourn. The church is providing a venue for collective grief. People can come together to share their sadness and support one another. This communal mourning process is important for healing. The service facilitates this necessary step for the community. This service will offer a space to remember the lives lost. Attendees will have the opportunity to reflect on the positive aspects of the lives of Tracy and Brandon. Stories and memories may be shared. The focus will be on celebrating their time on earth. This remembrance is a key purpose of a celebration of life service.